step back a little bit. I was overqualified and underqualified. I was overqualified in that I was doing deals bigger than any of this, even now, bigger than any of these major studios. Like I did one deal that was $65 billion. And that was like 10 years ago. More than that, 15 years ago. $65 billion, none of the studios are really, really worth that. Now, some of the tech companies are certainly worth more than that, but none of the studios are. So I would walk in to do an interview and they'd be like, why are you here? Why do you want to do this? And you know, like you'll get bored in 5 minutes. You don't really know anything about the media, but you'll pick it up in 5 minutes and you'll be bored because it's not going to be challenging enough. So I really had to convince folks that I was serious, that I wanted to go into entertainment. So it meant taking a temporary position. So I was living in London at the time and working for a London firm, and I became a London lawyer. And I ended up they have a thing called maternity cover. We don't have that so often here because our maternity leave is not as good here, frankly. When you only get a few weeks or 4 months off at the most, there's no point in hiring a cover. But when you get like 6 months, they'll hire a cover. So I ended up taking a temporary position with a company, at first MTV, then again with Sega, and then landed a job at Universal in London. And it was a great experience because I immediately learned the international market, the world market, which is so different from ours. You learn cultural tastes. You learn what the public kind of looks for, what they think about, what works, what makes sense. Of course, you learn the different kind of regulations that we all have to deal with now in terms of privacy, in terms of the rating systems. It's so different from the United States, and the international market is growing and growing and growing, as we know, and you can see it in the films that we see today and the shows that we see today. When you see them globe hopping and doing this location and that location, they're doing that for a very specific reason, because they want audiences in those countries to feel connected to that product. So it very much is an international space, and I learned a ton. So from there, Universal relocated me to Los Angeles.